look really cool, but they're functional and avoiding accidents. In the future, lights may become customizable to the user.
On the back of our bike, we also have a set of brake and turning signals. Like those are the turning, those are the brakes. And these are especially important for bikers that are biking in the dark so that they can signal cars behind them and wherever going is visible. And we also figured that these brake and turning signals are a lot like cars, so they're a lot better known than the traditional braking signals, because honestly, how many people know all the brake and turning signals that the bikers use nowadays? But we figured that since the cities are promoting healthy and sustainable living nowadays, that biking will become more and more popular, and these will be very important in avoiding future accidents.
In addition to these light features, you will notice the large black box mounted on the bike. This houses the components of the bike computer. The computer takes in data from the different sensors and displays them on the LCD screen. And that's one of our sensors. We've made sensors modular. They can be connected and disconnected through the use of telephone jacks. This allows for flexibility in our bike computer that surpasses others in the market. The use of interchangeable sensors allows for broken sensors to be replaced without buying another unit. Our bike computer is affordable in that the user can choose to purchase only the components that they want and avoid having to waste money. Also, because all the hardware is open for development, modularity allows us and anyone else to easily develop software and hardware for the bike computer.
With the large variety of sensors that are implemented into this bike, we created a user interface that is both easy to use and customizable. The program is designed to be easily extended. The code base for the graphical user interface, or GUI, was designed in a way so that new additions could be added to the program, without hundreds of lines of code. We also added several features that allow the user to customize the bike to suit their needs. Once they plug a sensor in, they simply navigate to a settings menu, choose the specific widget they want, and then choose the port that they plug the sensor into. They can then change different settings, like units or other widget-specific settings, to make the bike riding experience more accurate. From there, they can set the display settings. This menu allows the user to set what widgets display on the home screen, so the user can have as many or as few sensors as they want. As mentioned before, all our hardware and software developments are open source, so the limits of our project, there almost are none. Considering we have come into this project with almost no experience, it is amazing we have accomplished this much. We learned things we could never imagine to have learned in a traditional classroom setting. The whole process has really given us a better insight into the everyday life of an engineer. In almost every case, if we didn't know how to do it ourselves, we had to go out and find out how to do it. There were cases where we got some much needed help from the college interns and the faculty here at ISIS, but 90% of the time, we either built off each other's knowledge or went online and learned it ourselves. 7 weeks ago, each of us had 2 or 3 of these skills. Some knew some programming, some knew how to do some 3D modeling, and others knew how to solder. But after 7 weeks of work, there are people who know multiple inheritance, complex cyber-physical modeling, circuit design, and, of course, proper documentation. We are very honored to have been offered this amazing opportunity here at ISIS and look forward to future opportunities and to take our bike to the next level.
Thank you all for coming to support us today. First off, we would like to thank our program coordinator, Brandon Knight, for all the time and effort he put into helping us out. We would also like to thank the college interns for helping us throughout the summer, especially Ryan, Nate, Mariah, Andrew, Caleb, and Mustache Dude, aka Will. We'd also like to thank Dr. Bapty for helping us troubleshoot some of the most stressful bugs in our program, and Dan Furbish from the Oasis Center for providing us with the bike. Finally, we would like to thank all of the people from our schools who helped us get to this point, including Ms. Freeman, Ms. Berry, Mr. Fourlines, and especially Mr. Woodbury, who spent a lot of time helping us with the 3D printer. Thank you.
That's great. All right. Now we're going to invite Ryan. Totally just blanked out. Ryan up to do the undergrad.
There's some box seats available if anyone's brave.
Don't worry about Brandon, he's only known me 12 weeks. All right, good afternoon everyone. It's great to see so many people here. We have some people joining us via YouTube, Google Hangouts. For anyone who's joining us today, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting what we've done this summer. My name is Ryan Coletti, and I'm so excited to have the privilege to speak to you today. But first, before we get into our project, let's meet our team.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, a broke, your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. But when it hasn't been your day, come on, bring on me. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you. 'Cause I'm there for you too.
All right, we're gonna have some fun today. So I and two of my colleagues will be talking to you today about our summer project here at ISIS. We've been given the opportunity to follow along with Google's Project Aura and develop some of the very first modules for the world's first modular phone. And I'm proud to announce today that we have 2 modules ready to present to you. But first, let's talk about this project that Google is doing that is changing the world of cell phones. In 2007, Apple reinvented the phone. They presented it as an unprecedented version of a music player, a phone, and an internet surfing device. And that was pretty cool for 2007. For 7 years now, we've been force-fed same versions of this phone. Maybe this one has better screen resolution. Maybe that one we can choose our favorite color. Maybe this one has 4 more icons on the home screen. But they're all basically the same phone, some with sharper corners than others. It's time for a game changer. Introducing the Aura phone, the world's first modular phone. This is a revolutionary kind of phone where you get to choose the hardware. A fully customizable phone. Now, issues like a broken screen or a shot battery do not require us to buy an entire new phone. And if you're a huge music buff but you don't take many pictures, you can buy great speakers for your phone and skip the camera entirely. And if you're always on the go and you have problems with a short battery life, you can buy 2 or 3 batteries and switch them out when one goes dead, even without turning off your phone. It's pretty sweet. So all of this is done by having a phone skeleton and all the parts of the phone, including the battery, camera, speakers, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, core processor, memory, anything you can imagine, are made into modules that slide into the phone. Here's a video put out by Google that will hopefully help you visualize what this will look like. So Google is producing the skeleton, and they're calling it the Endo. But they've called on hardware and software developers alike to produce the modules. That's where we come in. We are a team of 13 interns, a good mixture of mechanical engineers and software developers. and we've been challenged to create a module that would be useful with the RF phone. And we came up with a plethora of ideas. Some of our more notable ideas include a power drill, an electric razor, and a flying drone. Some of our more realistic ideas are a key fob, a credit card reader, and an infrared thermometer. We started making a wireless optical mouse and an inductive charger. We had to halt these projects due to insurmountable roadblocks. We're also continuing development on a distress module that comes with a warning whistle and a silent alarm. But the two modules we are ready to present to you today are an IR blaster and a blood glucose monitor. We're so excited for these ideas, and we've been able to model these, and we've been able to create cyber models of these that fit within the space constraints of a module. The cyber model was made using a tool created here at ISIS and further developed by a partner company called Metamorph. This tool is a platform that combines programs such as SPICE, Eagle, and System C, so that we can model, inspect, and test all of our elements before designing and fabricating them. The Meta tools help cut back on the time required in the design process by combining several steps and streamlining the calculations. The effects of the time-saving software can be seen here. In the middle of the timeline is when we would normally be building, testing, and designing several prototypes. But with the Meta tools, we only had to make 2 prototypes before being ready